You're watching Fugitive Redeye, and welcome to another episode of Redeye Recommends, which is in turn a sub-series of Redeye Raw. So today I'm going to be doing part 4 of my recommendations for movie channels. Now normally I do at least 3 channels on this, and I could technically do 3 here, because there's another one I kind of thought of maybe putting on, but I'm not even subscribed to him, and I've only watched like 3 of his videos, so I don't know if I can really lump him in at the moment. I might throw him in a future installment. So today I've actually only got 2 channels that I'm going to recommend, but they're both pretty good. So the first channel I'm going to recommend is Unboxed, Watched, and Reviewed. He's a fucked up movie review channel where he gets disturbing movies, he unboxes them, watches them, and reviews them. Hence the name. So you get a little bit of his reaction while watching it, you get the unboxing itself, and you get the review kind of interspliced with it. So it's a really interesting way to do it. I think it's a really fun channel. I think he's a very funny guy. He's, again, commenting on really fucked up movies and just describing the shit he can't show and going into really graphic detail on it. I think it's really fun. But yeah, he's really fun. I think he's my favorite of the fucked up movie channels at this point, in all honesty. Because don't get me wrong, I still like, the other ones I've watched. But Unboxed, Watched, and Reviewed is so much funnier with his commentary. I've enjoyed every second of watching him. So, there's that. And now for the second channel I'm going to talk about, which is Mauler. Now, Mauler, I've known about for a while because there's another channel I watch called Rags, who's friends with Mauler, and the two of them actually have a podcast together called EFAP. I'm not really big on EFAP. I haven't watched it, really, because it's fucking long. I mean, granted, so are Mauler's videos, but I've been really enjoying Mauler's videos. I've been listening to them for a while now, for about a week. Which, to be fair, isn't that long compared to some of the other channels I recommend on here, but again, I've been familiar with Mauler prior to this, and I've been enjoying it. What he does is he does really, really long commentaries on movies, like really long critiques, where he does really in-depth, objective analysis of the movies. He tries to focus his reviews completely on objectivity and tries not to bring opinion into it too much. So I think that's an interesting change of pace to have someone who does videos that are about objectivity and not about what he feels about the movie. He points out the actual objective narrative flaws, when the universe of the movie breaks its own rules, when things don't make sense, inconsistencies, plot holes, plot contrivances, things like that. And his videos often wind up being considerably longer than the movies he's talking about. For instance, I've been listening to his critique of The Force Awakens, which he intends to be a 6-part video series. He has currently only uploaded 3. His videos are very well edited, too, on these particular videos. He also does something called Unbridled Rages, which are a little bit, I think, less time-consuming for him to edit, because he doesn't script it out as much, and doesn't go as in-depth. But with the actual critiques he does, they take forever to get out, because he edits the shit out of them, too, and makes them really nice and refined. So anyway, he intends for it to be a 6-part series. He started it like 2 or 3 years... He started it like 3 years ago, and is still doing them. And he just uploaded part 3 of it last year, and still no sign of part 4. But again, there's been a year between some of the other ones, so I'm sure he's still doing it. They just take a while for him to do it, because throughout the course of him making these reviews, the other movies in the franchise had come out, and he does go off on a few tangents and things, and he also talks about the other movies in the trilogy. He also did a critique on The Last Jedi, which I haven't listened to yet, but I do intend to. But with his videos, he intends for it to be a 15-hour review of Star Wars The Force Awakens. So far, he's done quite a few hours. I don't know how many, probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6. I didn't keep track of how long each individual one was, because I listened to them in chunks, because they're long. But that's the thing he does, is he makes really long videos that are very in-depth critiques of the plots. Then he also has his Unbridled Rage series, like I said, which is also pretty long, but nowhere near as long as his, critiques. But yeah, that's really all I have for you today. I hope you'll enjoy these channels if you decide to check them out. This has been Fugitive Redeye. Have a good one.